Same day that Polly was kidnapped, two sheriff deputies stopped a trespasser, Richard Allen Davis, and ran his car into a ditch. They helped him get the car out and then let him go. They had no way of knowing he was the man who kidnapped Polly.
This episode is sponsored by Good Ranchers. If you're anything like me, you know that good quality meat makes all the difference in your home-cooked meals. That's why I love Good Ranchers. They deliver 100% American premium meat straight to my doorstep. Since I started using them, my barbecues have gone from great to phenomenal. If you're a foodie or just like a good steak, check out Good Ranchers. It's a game changer for meal times. You can use the link in the description and help support the channel.
Welcome to the True Crime Never Sleeps podcast. I'm your host, Larry Lace. On today's episode of Murder Monday, we dive into the murder of Polly Klaas. Why a young girl suddenly went missing, now the police were able to catch her killer. First, we'd like to remind you, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search the True Crime Never Sleeps podcast. Of course, without further ado, let's dive into today's episode. Every parent's worst nightmare happened to Mark and Eve Klaas on October 1st, 1993. It was a Friday night. Polly Klaas, 12, and her friends Kate and Jillian, also 12, were having a slumber party in Petaluma, California. They were dancing, listening to music, and having a great time. The girls could never imagine the horror that would happen to them in a few hours. Polly's mother was in the next room asleep. Around 11 p.m., a man entered Polly's bedroom carrying a knife. He gagged the girls and took pillowcases to cover their faces. He told them if they screamed, he would slit their throats. He grabbed Polly by knife point and dragged her out of the house. The crime took less than 5 minutes. Polly was never seen alive again. The other two girls freed themselves and ran to the mother's bedroom. The mother called the police department, who then called the FBI. The investigators knew that this was a stranger abduction case and that it would be much harder to solve than a known abduction. Stranger has no connection to the victim or the family, making it also almost impossible to find out who did it. In kidnapping cases, family members do most of the kidnapping. However, upon investigation, the police quickly cleared Polly's family. The two girls were witnesses, but still terrified. However, they described the stranger, and they were able to make a composite sketch. In a kidnapping case, the investigators knew that the first 24 hours to 48 hours are crucial to finding the missing person alive. The police needed to act fast. The FBI's forensic team found a palm print on the bed railing in their investigation. But the palm print is only good after you find a suspect. The investigators questioned Polly's neighbors. A helicopter was flying overhead. A police dog was used. Volunteers passed out flyers, and the police department worked 24 hours to bring Polly back. There was an all points issued to find her as the police frantically searched for the kidnapper. Even famous Winona Ryder, also from the city, offered a $200,000 reward for Polly's return. Neighborhood kids told the FBI they saw a man standing in front of Polly's house. He matched the description the two girls gave. Other people noticed a strange man hanging around, but no one called the police. The chances of finding Polly alive were running out for the police with every passing day. The same day that Polly was kidnapped, two sheriff deputies stopped a trespasser, Richard Allen Davis, and ran his car into a ditch. They helped him get the car out and then let him go. They had no way of knowing he was the man who kidnapped Polly. However, the police still did not know who had taken Polly. There was no sign of her anywhere. But then 2 months later, near where the police found the trespasser, a local property manager named Dana went to inspect her property when she noticed a pair of girls' tights, a piece of cloth, and packing tape on the ground. She immediately called the police. The FBI later confirmed that the items belonged to Polly Klaas. The police then connected Davis with the trespasser. A deputy stopped Davis on the road, and he was arrested and taken into police custody. The detectives learned that Davis had a massive rap sheet, including robbery, kidnapping, and attempted rape. He was in and out of jail most of his life. In a lineup, the two girls identified Davis as the kidnapper. The police had finally got their man. palm print came back as a match. The police had him, and he knew it. Davis confessed to the kidnapping and murder. He told the authorities where to find the girl's body. He buried Polly in a shallow grave 30 miles from Petaluma. He strangled her, and she was likely raped. The jury found Davis guilty of kidnapping, murder, and a lewd act on a child. He was sentenced to die from lethal injection. He is currently on death row in San Quentin, California. He has not yet exhausted all his appeals. For his daughter's murder, Polly Klaas successfully lobbied for California's 3 strikes laws, which state that after 3 violent or severe felonies, you will serve a mandatory life sentence in California. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below on this case. And of course, if you know of anything that we missed, let us know as well in the comment section below. Give us a thumbs up if you like our video, subscribe to the channel, and you can find us on all major podcast platforms, including Good Pods, Apple, iTunes, Spotify. And of course, if you want to support the channel, you can buy us coffee at buymeacoffee.com/TCNS. As always, thank you so much for watching and listening. We'll see you next time.